Welcome back, guys. So we are at the qualifier for the Manufacturers Cup Round 1 of the exhibition series. So this was quite a day. I'm just going to start that out and give you a fair warning that not everything goes according to plan, which you could assume would happen anyway when it comes to playing Gran Turismo Sport Online. But we see here qualifying is getting underway. I did some practice, so I was kind of okay doing some good times. But we get through qualifying here, and this is a great way to start it. Just drive off into the sand, and then just do a little turnaround. But no, I'm gonna keep going. Second guessed myself, but let's continue on. So get a little going here, and was able to get a 141.968. And you see there I'm putting on medium tires. I started off with hard tires. And this was right after watching the Formula One race or qualifying, the Formula One qualifying. So I had it in my head that whatever tire you raced on or you qualified on, you raced on. So I put the medium on and qualified on the medium. So yeah, I did that. So qualified in 11th, definitely not what I was expecting. Definitely didn't expect to do first or second or something, but I thought I'd be maybe 7th, 8th. Definitely if I put on some soft tires I could have, so reminder for you guys, make sure you do that. But as I said before, this is going to be an interesting race. See, right out of the gate, coming up next we have glitches. So I got super pumped and got overexcited. I thought for sure I could have just flew by those guys because I was that first perfect car to have a run that everyone else in front of me was stopped. But of course, still ended up down in 10th, even though I could have got up to, I think, 4th if I had smoothly ran through everybody and taken advantage of this glitch. I've never seen this happen in a FIA race, but it happens. And then to get my race going again, I get slammed off. Don't know how I got hit so hard into that wall, but just trying to get out of here was enough for me to handle, and eventually I managed to remember how to drive a car, and I get out. I'm going 30 miles an hour. It's going well. So I am in 18th place, and just for reference, there are only 18 people racing in this race. So if you look up at the mini map, pretty far behind, a couple turns behind, and 26 seconds out from the leader. I'm able to slowly catch myself up and see an error there in 17th, so I'm able to pull out of him. Must have got knocked off by 16th place, so I'm up in 16th already, so that's good. On the second lap, I'm able to regain a couple of those positions, because that beginning was just so frustrating, the glitch, and then the high of thinking, okay, I'm going to fly by everybody right on the first straight, to messing that up, and then getting punted in the second corner. So either way, back in the race, you just got to fight through that stuff. I'm able to get up with a nice move there into 15th. Make a good pass, moving on a couple more laps. Lap 4, catching up to finally to 13th. And these guys get into a little situation at the chicane of death and another unfortunate victim. So pick up another easy place there. And see here on the next lap, able to pull up into 12th. But things get a little crazy here. These two kind of get into it, and I feel like I am the one that's supposed to be pulling back on this, so let me know what you guys think, but I think right here I had to be the one to back out. I don't feel like he gave me a lot of room, but I also feel like he was a little ahead of me, so let me know what you guys think I should have done on that. So we see here, catch back up to those guys a little bit, and he's still got a penalty in 11th, and 10th place Fred just takes a dive to the right. Forgot where the track was, unfortunately, so I was able to pass him into 11th, and then you see the Black Knight up here. I'm able to take him in this corner and squeeze by him before the penalty. So I'm able to get up in 10th. So just like that, I'm already back up in 10th after only 6 laps. So you can definitely, if any of you guys have like a really bad beginning, just keep going. Get back up there because you can easily make up that time. So you see here, get a really good run on him. I think he was another unfortunate victim in that chicane. Probably made a little error, hit the wall. So I'm able to pull up into 9th. So we get here, fast forward to the 8th lap now, pulling up on 8th place. And I definitely took a bit of a dive there. Probably wasn't a good move. I think I can assess that one on my own. But it did work out. I just gave him a big little tap. But he was able to come back at me on the next lap. And same thing, I try to just stay on the inside and not give him an opportunity. And same thing, probably a little bad on my part, but get myself back with a little spin there. Not only lose 8th place, but lose 9th place as well. So I'm back in the 10th. But none of that really mattered, because I worked myself back up to 8th place. 16 laps in, still just gaining ground on everybody after being in 18th place. And get disconnected. So then I took a little 5-hour break to just sit and do nothing and relax, regain my composure, and jump back into the next race. So obviously gained nothing from that race, but it was a pretty fun race because I was able to have so many highs and lows and be able to make a comeback. So see here, I was able to do some practice before and get a lot better time, 138.5, so that was better. I think my qualifying time was 140 in the other race. So moving ahead here to qualifying again, on the final attempt, I'm able to get a 139.3. So that was good enough for 4th place. So already that's better than my previous race. So coming into the start here, this race, I have a better opportunity, obviously. I'm in 4th. There was no glitch to start. So we'll just have to wait and see if I end up in a wall in the 2nd corner. And I don't. Everybody's clean behind me. Everyone's clean in front. Able to just get a good run, try to stay with these guys. So starting on the softs again, I usually try to do 8 or 9 laps. I kind of figured out with the softs. Then run medium till basically the end, maybe about 2 laps to go. I don't like doing the very last lap on the hards because I feel like coming out of the pits cold, I'm gonna make an error or something, so I give myself at least 2 laps. So staying with these front 3 here, I'm just trying to not lose ground on them because I'm kind of just a little bit pulling away, but that guy just loses control completely in the corner, so I'm able to jump up into 3rd already and gain a ton of ground on 2nd place, and then he kind of gets a little squirmy and knocks me back. So, but that's unfortunate. He just made a small little error there. But I take a big dive and just a little too much of a dive, so he gets me back. And I'm still kind of stuck behind him coming into the chicane, which I surprisingly managed to not hit in either of these races. I typically will always hit that at some point, so I was really happy about that. Fast forwarding to the 2nd lap here, coming through the chicane again, and it looks like those two made a big collision. He smashed into the wall, and by the fact that this guy got a 2-second penalty, I'm assuming it was his fault. But it probably wasn't, because that's why he got a 2-second penalty, and Gran Turismo tends to give you a penalty when it's not your fault. So who knows? Either way, I'm right up behind him in 2nd place, just trailing him, trying to get slipstream out of him, even though I know I'm going to take him when he gets his penalty, so I'm trying not to force anything, just trying to clean as I can go around the outside into this one. I'm really just hoping I do not get destroyed into this, and he plays it very cleanly, which is nice. So I'm able to get through there, keep myself in 1st, and it's going well. So I started in 4th, and I'm up in 1st after 3 laps. He's right on my bumper, so get a little airborne there. Coming around this corner, and I believe he's going to serve his penalty now. So 3rd lap, I'm a few seconds ahead in 1st place. Everything's going pretty smooth. Move on to the 9th lap. I did 9 laps on that set of tires. Starting to just wear down a little bit, so I want to jump onto the medium, give myself a tiny bit of fuel. Go a little too much fuel. Come out of the pits, and I just take an extra second. I don't know if it was just that little bit of fuel or just his momentum, but he's able to get out in front of me. So Impreza there was really quick. He was only about a second there ahead of me, and you see up here, lap 14 now, he's 5.5 seconds ahead of me, so he's kind of just basically getting a second a lap on me, and that's to be expected. There's a lot of people that are quicker than me on here, so coming into this little right-hander here, he goes off the track. So I am now promoted to first on the 14th lap. He, I think, ended up quitting out after this, kind of a bit of a rage quit, which I understand, but we were so far ahead he could have finished in second. So you see I have a 28-second lead here now with 2 laps to go. So I come in, get the hard tires, forget that I don't need to fuel, so I waste a couple seconds fueling, just from the pressure of me thinking I don't want to blow this win that I have in the bag with 28 seconds. But coming around to the last lap now, I finished with an 18-second lead and I won. So I've raced a lot of races on Gran Turismo, and the past couple months is when I've kind of tried to put in a little more effort. As you guys know, if you've watched some of my previous videos, just trying to get a little better. No, I'm not great, but I just want to do a lot better. So you see there I lapped everyone up to 11th place, so it's pretty good. I had a lot of speed on this one in this race, and definitely a far cry from the first race. So I've never even seen this display before. Car pulling up. I've never seen this victory from an FIA race because it's never happened. So I've won some of the daily races, but it was pretty cool to get a win here. As you see, I only have 12 wins, and I probably have 200 and something races, because previously I just kind of tried to just race and never really paid much attention to it. So, but that's it for today. I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like it, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and see you guys in the next video.